I want to ask each of you guys, because I had this wonderful conversation this week with a public health expert who was saying, I've had so many conversations with people who've endured extreme events before, extreme psychological states, and they break from reality when they lose hope that they'll ever be able to figure out what's real and what's not. She said this time reality broke from all of us. And I want you to talk about that, if you would, starting with you, Angel. It made me believe that maybe people who have suffered from extreme psychological states prior might be better at coping during this time than those of us who haven't really given ourselves the skill building. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What I failed to mention earlier was the third principle was fear to hope and possibility. So I want to name that, and that goes right in line with what you're saying. I think the way society sees individuals who have identified extreme states, or we see those as, sometimes a survival skill, sometimes it's a spiritual experience, sometimes it's a mental health experience, and they're actually individuals with extreme resilience and adaptability to the world, and honoring multiple truths and however they identify that. And then you look at other individuals who maybe have never had an extreme experience in one way or another, however we interpret that. For me, personally, I've always been with people. Like, I'm a very socially interactive person. I'm an extrovert. I love people, and I've always had people around me in my home. And now I don't. I'm completely alone, and have been this whole time in different ways. And then working from home, boy, that has taken me to a whole nother place of survival, right? Because I don't have those personal like, I need to touch you and hug you and love on you, and I need to be around that. Well, I think about people who have never experienced X, not just the pandemic, not just what we're experiencing as a whole world. That in itself is fear-based, right? It creates a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, and easily we can get stuck in a pattern of reacting to that fear, which then could make our wellness deplete and our challenges increase, and we can get really disconnected from our norm. And so how do we look at it through the lens of, okay, where's the opportunities internally for me today? I've learned how to garden. I've learned how to plant things. Whereas before I used to kill cactus, right? And so, so trying to look at it and think about it differently, and sit through the discomfort long enough to grow through it in a hopeful way, because I can easily get to the point where I don't want to get out of bed and just isolate myself completely. That's my default place.
I